Hey guys, how's everybody doing this morning? We are about halfway through Platinum Tier 4 for draft, and I kind of want to do a draft this morning, so I think we're going to jump into that. Um, Still very much learning the set, so if you're looking for expert advice on drafting, this is probably not the place. But if you want to stick around and just kind of go through the whole learning process with me, um, then we can do that. And oh, actually, I think I still have a draft here that I haven't finished. So I guess this will be a super short video and then we'll do another one. Um, this was a draft deck that I kind of started the other day and ended up going green, white, infect. Um, did pull a nice bomb here with the Eternal Wanderer, and then pretty much everything else is straight infect, as much as I could get. Um, so yeah, it turned out pretty fun. Let's see, we're 3-2 currently, so we're just going to try to finish this one out, and then I'll try to make another video for a new draft. So nice, nice open with 3 land, and then we've got Atlas to try to push us into Tyrannax territory. Okay, he's kind of going beatdown, not interested in accelerating mana. I think we just take this here. I kind of want to keep the glider around. And then I guess, so the other option would be we could make the trade here, and then set up our Atlas for a Tyrannax. But having this guy around, if we can get poison counters in, is really nice. So we could also just try to natural play it out with like Sentry. I don't know. I'm not really sure what I want to do here. I think I actually do want to trade, just to ensure that we can kind of safely not take too much damage before we get our Tyrannax down. Alright, so we've got the land. We could also, I guess, just go like Sentry into Zealot. But I kind of like speeding this up a turn. So hopefully it doesn't have too many more big boom booms, and we can just try to set ourselves up here. Let's see, do we have any benefit for... I guess we have another glider in the deck, so getting him down 3 with Toxic might be worth doing. I do kind of like brick walling him for a turn. you know, we could race, I suppose. I'm not really sure what I want to do. I think I suppose the other argument for racing is that he does have first strike and on his turn and trample. So if he has any kind of trick, it's a lot worse to try to block. So maybe we do race here. Okay, that actually works great. And now we can start draining him out with Atlas, which is nice. Here, I think, let's see, yeah, we'll just take out the Steward, I guess. We could also just drop Zealot, but then he can make that a 3/3 and push through it. So I think we just take out the Steward here. And I think we just hold this up for the moment in case he's got any kind of tricks. I don't need to proliferate or search out any more land right now. Like, especially if he equips it, tries to push in, we can have Maze Man already, or something like that. That works too. I guess he could get us if he had like the Hex Gold for the 1 mana. Hex Gold Blast, but he did not. Now this is great. We can start pushing in with our Sentry here, getting some extra +2/+2 action. I guess we could proliferate here. Or I suppose search out a land. There's no real reason to use this yet. If we have some other cards with counters, it might be worth holding it a little bit, I think. It's just not relevant right now. We could, I suppose, like minorly thin our deck, but I just don't think it matters that much. It's also like, I guess, like the surprise factor to just get him if we keep doing Infect. Sure, that's annoying, but okay. And now we'll just do 1 point of damage to him and a turn. Okay. So I guess we could theoretically just thin here. Probably not killing him with Infect. I guess there's a chance, so maybe we hold it for a turn. But he dies to damage faster, so I guess we'll just thin. Okay, sure. It's a funny thing about Magic where like you thin the deck and you always draw a land the next turn. I don't know if it's just a coincidence, but it does seem to happen a lot. So I think we're like Eternal Wanderer or bust at this point. Tyrannax actually would also kill him. Not a land, though. All right, so that was the preamble. Now we're going to get into the actual draft. Here we go. And if you guys are liking my content, yeah, I would really appreciate it if if you want to leave a like or a comment, or if you do want to subscribe. I'm planning to have, the goal is like to have one video a day if possible. May not always be possible, but that's the plan. So yeah, if you like the comment or if you like the content, please consider subscribing. And I'm going to try to do sort of like a mix of constructed and draft. I love draft. I'm not as good at drafting, but it's fun. I've really been enjoying the soldiers deck and just hit Mythic the other day, so we're going to try to see if we can start pushing into the top section of Mythic. If you've seen some of my older videos, I typically love like mono white aggro, like Boros aggro. I really like smashing face. So in constructed, and in draft, I'm open to kind of whatever. Also, I would say, especially for the draft portion, if there are like clear picks that I am missing, like I do not know the draft format yet, I'm just learning it. So if you want to leave comments, like for experienced drafters who, know certain cards are great, it's cool. I would appreciate it. All right, we have Encroaching Mycosynth. Non-land permanents you control are artifacts in addition to their types. Okay, maybe a constructed card, but not very interested in doing that here. I guess if you have like the complete artifact deck that just goes off on artifacts, sure. However, I think we're looking at Porcelain Zealot as the best card in the pick, or in this pack. Other possible cards, so you do have Drown and Ichor, which is good removal. You also have Annihilating Glare, which is more non-conditional removal. A little more expensive. And then you have some bounce. You have, I guess, like Plague Nurse. I mean, Raptor is probably better than Plague Nurse. But I think I just want to take the Porcelain Zealot here. I think it's the strongest pick. Okay, so in other colors, Now, so they took the rare, so we don't really know what what color they're going. We have Hazardous Blast, which is very, very powerful in any deck. And typically, if I'm in red, I want one or two of these in basically every red deck. There's also Ruthless Predation, which is quite good. Green-White Infect is a thing, and it plays well with this card. So I think I'm going to take the Predation here. Other cards that are okay, certainly, we could go Pestilent Siphoner if we want to go like Black-White Toxic. Yeah, I suppose that would be alright. I haven't done Black-White before. It's not as strong as Predation though, so I think I'm going to take green. Okay, now that we have, so for pick 3, we've still got one uncommon and a rare. So we are beginning to see some nice green. The Lightbringer is okay, but it's like nothing exciting. Chimney Rabble is quite good. It's the only red card in the pack, but it is worth noting because this card is pretty good. So I think now it's, do we want to try to hold on to our Zealot? Do we take the Chimney Rabble to kind of stay open? I think this is the best card in the pack, but I think that Titanic Growth is a close second. So I think I'm going to take the Growth here since we are seeing a couple green cards. Okay, Green Sun's Twilight. Have not played this one before. So if you can play it late, you can put a creature onto the battlefield. You've got Titanic Growth, and so we're still seeing definitely green for sure. I think this is, it seems good. And then otherwise we have another Titanic Growth, which is good. We are seeing another Siphoner, so it could be, maybe we should have taken like the black. But I think green is great, so let's go for it. Okay, and if we are going to be Green-White Infect, Glider is a great card. This is kind of a late Serum Core Chimera, but it's not either of our colors right now. So I think we're just going for the Glider. Other possible cards, I think Glider is better than this land. So the Scamp is fine, but I think let's take Glider and stay on color. Okay, we got rewarded. So these are two very good cards for the archetype we're building. Nothing else in the pack that I'm remotely interested in. Strider would have been good if we decided to go red. This is a very good card. But I think I want Shepherd here. I think Shepherd is enough better than Raptor. Raptor is still quite good. This definitely is a good early toxic drop. But I like Shepherd here. Even though the mites don't block, you still are getting 3 bodies over 1 card. Not as exciting, but I'll take the Gold Warden's Helm here, I think. I don't really like Copper Long Legs. Now, in this deck, maybe it's a little better because you can proliferate, which may be relevant to getting there. So, I don't know. I think Gold Warden's Helm is still better. It's close. That is a late Hazardous Blast, so I think red is still open. But so is green and white. And I think in my last draft, I had the first time I was able to draft Paladin of Predation. Terramorphic Expanse is also a fine card to take here. But this card is kind of no joke if it hits the table. It's late and it's slow. And we could consider like going into artifacts, I guess, instead. But I kind of want to try the Paladin. Like as a finisher, this thing is the business. Okay, so red, I guess, is still open. We're not playing it at this point, probably. But I'll take Free From Flesh. I think it's probably the best of these cards. Scamp is fine, but I think just in case it doesn't go, wow, that is a late Hazardous Blast. I think the pick here is, wow, this is tough. Hunter's Maze, is probably the right pick. Hazardous Blast, if we open like a red bomb, like we will want this. So I think it's enough better just to hedge our bets that I am going to take the Hazardous Blast here, even though we miss out on the land. I'm like, I think we're in green white, but I'm pretty sure we're in green white. But like if we have like a really big like, you know, board of creatures and we don't have like too much double color, we could consider splashing Hazardous Blast. It's that good. Like it just ends games. All right, I think this is fine. And you proliferate. Okay, sure. Not playing either of these cards. I guess this one cycles. So I guess red was open. Okay. Now what are we looking at? So Noxious Assault is actually total gas for this deck. Gives him poison, +2/+2 to everything. Plated Onslaught is also very good. It's an instant, which is better, obviously, but it is also +2/+1, and that extra point of toughness does matter a lot. Also, this is like more the artifact build, and we, I suppose, could change into the artifact if we just get artifacts, but I think we have enough stuff coming that we're happy to take Noxious Assault. If we didn't, we would take like Planar Disruption as solid removal, and maybe that's good, but I really do want like a game-ending card like this. So I think maybe now we don't need to consider the red. Okay, there's another Noxious Assault. God, when I run 2, they're very expensive, but like they are no joke. I think probably not. We could just take the Chorus. We could also take Plague Nurse or Titanic Growth, all of which I like. I think out of all of these, like Plague Nurse is fine. It's between, I think, Nurse and, well, I think I'm going to take the Titanic Growth here. I'm not sure if it's right, but it's just such a good card. Maybe Plague Nurse would have been better there. I don't know. This is where you guys got to chime in on in the comments. I don't know how highly people take Noxious Assault also. I don't know how highly people take Noxious Assault also. Like, I think it's a great card. Total finisher. Okay, this is nice. Here we want... Okay. Like, this is very good. I think we want the Attendant, though. We do want to start pushing a bit more of the toxic angle, I think. And I guess we can just beat down, you know, without toxic if we have to, but this is still 2 bodies, which is nice, and then if we have like come into play effects, it can be nice to like replay creatures. Okay, so this is interesting. Best card in the pack is between the Lattice Blade Mantis, which is amazing, and the Necrogen Rot Priest. So this is a very, very solid card for Toxic. We could splash and look at just going hard with the Toxic angle. That being said, Lattice Blade Mantis is no joke and is one of the best 4-drops in the set, I think. We'd be moving away from Toxic a little bit, but I think... Actually, I'm going to try the Rot Priest. The Rot Priest is very good. we're going 3 colors, so I don't know if that's great. It might be terrible, but I think it's going to be interesting. Here, I think I want Tyrannex. It's either Tyrannex or Attendant. I do like Tyrannex quite a bit. I suppose we could get some more like early stuff, but I want to push the toxic angle. So I think we're going Tyrannex here. This pick might have been wrong, but it's so powerful if you can run it. We could go land here. I guess Offer Immortality is a very good trick. It would be splashing for it, but I think that's almost worth it. It's quite good. Otherwise, Skull Bomb is fine to help push through. I think since it's not main color here, I will take the Skull Bomb. We could have also taken the 6-drop, but I think with Paladin we've got a nice finisher already. Plague Nurse is great. I guess there's an argument for Skull Bomb, but we're really trying to push the toxic angle. Yeah, I guess if we need to, we could. Let's see, what does this thing do? We could splash if we have to, this black card. Probably not, but there's an outside chance. And, oh, Plated Onslaught. I don't think we need it. We've already got the Noxious Assault. This guy's quite good in an artifact type deck, but we want to go Toxic. We're starting to get kind of a bloated 4-drop slot, so let's look for some earlier stuff. Vraska's Fall. Okay, I mean, it's removal. There's a little bit more pump. It's good in our deck. I think I want the removal here, either that or I think this guy's fine, but probably not splashing for it. Expanse is perfect. And Atlas actually fits us the bill too, because we do have both poison and 3 colors. Okay, sometimes you just open Koth. Oh, wow. Well, we're not playing Koth, but it's a great card. So we have some other options too. So we do have, I guess, like Planar Disruption or Annihilating Glare. Evangelist is quite good, and if we're splashing, this guy's pretty fun. Yeah, let's just go. Let's go hard. Let's go all the way with. Actually, we could go with this guy. We could also pick up the Stalker here, which is probably right, but I just want to go big. I think we're going to go with this guy. It probably would have been better to take like the unconditional removal. Let's see. Okay, now we want to try to stay a little bit more on color. Complete Devotion is a great trick, especially with Toxic, and you draw a card. That being said, we don't have that many creatures, so I think even though this is a better card, we need to take the Stalker here. Okay, this is a great pickup for Charge of the Mites. Yeah, I don't think it's... I guess we could... There's an argument for Thirsting Roots, since we're still trying to fix colors, and it could proliferate. I don't know. I think I want the Mites instead, though. And, okay, Prism is great, but we need the Stalker. Alright, now... Oh my god, they have a Lattice Blade Mantis? Oh, okay. This is good. I think it's Lattice Blade. It's so good. But again, I think what the deck needs, we do have a lot of 4s. I love Lattice Blade, but I think what the deck is actually looking for, it's either this or Thirsting Roots. I think the other one might come back. Okay, happy to pick up a Head Cleaver here. Actually, I think Head Cleaver is good, but Complete Devotion is it's a great trick, and it does really help our deck. So we have a lot of 4s. I think we take Complete Devotion. I would say to take another Complete Devotion, but we've already got 2 Titanic Growths, and I think we really want the Icarus Spit. Okay, none of these cards. I'm just going to cut the Hazardous Blast here. So I like where this deck is going. I don't know if it's going to be good, but it'll be interesting. Okay, we're probably not playing the Helm or the Lightbringer. Terramorphic Expanse, yes please. So we have some nice fixing. We've got 2 Expanses, the Atlas. That's probably enough, honestly. Okay, I guess we take the removal. And there's the Thirsting Roots, just in case. That might be a little overkill, but it's probably fine. With 3 colors, I'm happy to do some fixing. And this can go Proliferate, which is nice. It's like they knew we were going to need it. All right, so we're at 45. This is probably a 17 land deck. We have 1 piece of like acceleration. It's probably still 17. We've got 4 5-drops, a bunch of 4-drops. We have 8 sources of both white and green, and then 5 black sources. I don't know if we need 5 black sources. That might be a bit much. Okay, so I think we have 15 creatures, which feels good. I don't want to go too much below that. With the splash, I'm Whisper the Dross, while yes, it does proliferate, it's fairly minor. I think we can cut that. I don't know, I guess, how good the 1/1s are in this set. Vraska's Fall's a little better because it forces a sacrifice, and they get a poison counter. So maybe we keep like these 3 black cards. Just try it out. What's the breakdown with the... Okay, so it's a little bit more green-centric, and with Thirsting Roots, I could see that. I feel like since we've got like these expanses, I'm almost a little bit more comfortable going like 2 swamp, 7 forest, and then we've got like 9 sources of green, which feels a little better. We got some nice recursion. So we have Complete Devotion, 2 Titanic Growths, and Predation. And then this Skull Bomb, I guess it cycles, so there's always a benefit there. I like our 4-drop slot. I think everything fits. Fives are really good too. They all are all on plan. If you haven't played Paladin of Predation, I know he's slow, but he definitely gets the job done. Vivisection. Yeah, okay, this guy's just great. So they cut Lightbringer, it's just not really on plan. I mean, it does trade, which is maybe what we need. So since we have, I guess, so many late cards, I think we can maybe cut the Restoration. Like, we want to make sure we survive to the late game. I guess we could cut Skull Bomb. So Green Suns, we want to play this late. Creature and okay, well, you could use it for land. That's kind of nice. So if X is 5 or more, so you paid for 6 mana. Okay. That's kind of cool. What do we cut? Down to 14 creatures. Part of me really just wants to get this Lightbringer in here because we just need it to survive. We don't have that many 3-drops. I think we actually just need it. Vraska's Fall. I mean, it's good, but I think it's just not good enough for the splash to justify right now. Like, we just need to survive. So what do we cut? I guess we could consider cutting. I didn't realize that Green Sun actually found land. So maybe we don't need Thirsting Roots. Although we have a lot of expensive cards here. Maybe we cut Paladin. I mean, I love Paladin, and it's such a great finisher. But we have a pretty bloated top end, and I could see losing the game just by having too much late game. So it hurts me, but maybe we cut Paladin. I think we still have enough Boom Booms to finish. And then we've got like the pump to get there. Yeah, I think this feels a little bit better. And I guess since now we still have a bunch of 5s, so I guess the acceleration is good and the fixing. Maybe run like Skull Bomb over like these Thirsting Roots. Oh, we still have enough pump. I think this is fine. Let's just run it like this. We have 14 creatures, and we've got a bunch of pump. 3 pieces plus a big pump everybody, and then 1 piece of removal. This guy's another piece of removal. Yeah, so let's give it a go. I wonder if it would have been better to take like the Lattice Blade and be like less unplanned for Toxic, and not take the Rot Priest. Like there was that pivotal pick where we took Rot Priest over the Lattice Blade Mantis, so it might have been better as just like a straight 2-color deck. But I gotta believe that Rot Priest is just great. All 3 colors, this is excellent. And we even have a good curve. I will see your branch guy with one of my own. Branch Blight, there we go. So he might have like Thrumming Bird nonsense. So I think we, okay, yeah, we're definitely trading. Yup. Very happy we ran this Lightbringer. Just getting away. And we are 100% trading with this. Okay, I guess he's not interested in that kind of nonsense. I don't think we pump this. I suppose we've got all this pump. We could pump it. I think we actually just sit, because like if we swing in, like he's definitely coming back for poison. So I think we just hang out. As boring as that sounds. And he's stuck on land. So that's a thing. Yeah, I think I'm still just hanging out. Again, I don't want to start the poison train. And I think we can kind of take our time here a little bit, especially if he's not hitting land. Okay, so much for that. Alright, now we can use... I don't think we need to use Predation. I mean, we could if we wanted to. It actually is some nice... I want to start beating in. I don't want to have to worry about blocking. I guess we could just attack Blightbringer, see what he does. Save our Predation. That's probably the better play. This way we push 5 and we start getting in there, but probably makes sense to hold it back. I guess we could like block with Titanic Growth if he pushes in on his turn. We're not losing that much damage. So I think it's better to just attack with Lightbringer here. Yeah, I was afraid he wasn't going to block. I was afraid of that. Maybe it would have been better to just Predation and just get in. And just clear the board off a little bit. So he's not interested in attacking. Okay. I think we need double white for this, so we can do that. Like now we definitely... I guess we just get in with Lightbringer again. Like we can Predation. I suppose like if he doesn't block, maybe we Predation his flyer. I'm not even sure. So this would make it a 4/4. Okay. Yeah, we're just getting in with the Lightbringer and see what he does. Okay. At some point we can start using our Titanic Growths. Now I think we might want to... Do we want to clear the board a little bit? I guess we could just sit and wait with another Titanic Growth. Yeah, I think we just sit. Okay, now he means business. So I think at this point we do allow the poison to begin. And then block his Raptor, see what he does. I guess he just pushes 3 then and he's fine with it. The The thing is, like, since he's got action, I kind of want to make him use it first. So I think we block here, force his hand a little bit. We could use Complete Devotion. I guess we want to maybe try to draw a card with it later. But he's getting pretty close to dead, so if we just like +8 him next turn, he might just die. So I think we actually are going to use Complete Devotion on this instead. I guess maybe he has like the Titanic Growth backup. But if he had it, like, we would still lose. So now the question is, maybe we go for green here, because then we have double Titanic Growth. Although it doesn't, we still don't get there the whole way. I suppose we could Predation, Titanic Growth. I think I like that a little bit more than the Shepherd. I mean, the Shepherd is great and everything, but I think I like that a little bit more. Yeah, so now we just Titanic Growth pre-combat and then Predation to take out his Raptor and push in for a lot of damage. And then either one of these is lethal with Titanic Growth. If we can get him to tap out, that's even better. Okay, so that's just game. So now we just push in and kill him. Oh yeah, Titanic Growth, what a card. Great opening hand, we've got acceleration, something to do, and a little bit of removal. We could go acceleration here, but I don't think we don't have any of those cards in our hand yet. Let's just play out our Lightbringer. This guy did a lot of work last game. Interesting. Okay. So we could just predation that. We could go like Atlas into predation, or we could just drop Plague Nurse. I think I like dropping Plague Nurse a little more. He can get it back, and I think that's just a better play. So let's. I suppose we could just trade here, and that's still fine. Okay, so he's trying to go for the big long game. I guess we could predation this thing now if we care. I don't know that we do care. He's going to start whittling us down. But he's like, whatever we predation with, he's just going to tap. So that doesn't feel great. So I think we just push and see what he does. I guess hopefully we draw a boom boom here pretty soon. That was a great draw. Okay, that was wonderful. Do we want to predation? I think we do. I think we predation with our Lightbringer, because it forces, since it's got Ward 2, it forces him to spend a little bit of mana to try to tap us if he cares to do that. I do kind of want this thing dead. Yeah, I guess he can get it back, but we are kind of getting a little bit low, so I think it's worth doing. This is a good turn for it. I suppose actually we could have waited with this, since this would have drained him if he took at least one poison. We can just get him with one more poison, we can start draining him. That was a little bit ballsy. Because now I suppose he's going to tap our Atrocity anyways. Okay, he has a lot of gas. Oh, this is cool. So now we can proliferate to get him up to 3 poison and start draining him. When this thing dies, does anything happen? No. Okay. We could definitely use some of our high cost mana creatures right now. I suppose this is the problem with 17 land. Maybe 16 would be better, but like we do have like a lot of high end stuff. Okay, creature's nice. The proliferate was really nasty. So we're going to need some action here. Tyrannax would be really good. We could kill him with Tyrannax. Be a nice draw. Don't know that Rot Priest. I think we just dead because he taps our guy and then we lose. Yeah, I think we're just dead, unfortunately. But he doesn't know that necessarily. He's probably just gonna go for it, but you never know. I guess we could consider taking out like the roots. I don't know. With 3-color decks, you just want to have access to everything. Maybe it's too much fixing. This hand is great, though. I guess there's an argument for not attacking there, like since we've got the poison. Technically it's a little bit of a better creature than his 3/1. If he attacks, I'm definitely not blocking. Green Sun is cool. So can we Green Sun for 5? Yes, we can. Nice. I guess we do. Like, we're not getting in, because he just kills our guy and like kill one of his. So I think we just Green Sun for 5. I guess we could like play this out and then Green Sun for 6 next turn. Might be better. I just want a Green Sun for 5, I think. Let's just do it. Alright, so I guess we go Ichor Spit and Expanse. Let's get our other black source. And again, if he gets in with this Centurion, I think I'm just not blocking. Oh, good Lord. Holy Lord. Okay. Well, so much for that. Wow. Alright, so we can predation this thing. which is nice. I think we do. I think we predation that with our Basilisk, and then push on Nissa. Probably with both. I mean, it's just... I guess we could make this thing a 2/7. Actually, it's probably better to make this a 2/7. Use it to kill this thing, or use this thing to kill... Well, actually, hang on. So if we make this a 2/7 and give it Death Touch, kill that, and then he can still kill it with Centurion, which isn't great. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, now I think we... Yeah, he can just kill Rot Priest and we push Nissa for 2. God, this is awful. Nissa is such a problem. I think we have to go for it. Yep, that's fine.
Phyrexia's growth cannot be stopped.
So we need like Titanic growth with our glider. Sure. Whew, Nissa. There are definitely like a lot of really big bombs in this format though, like Nissa, Wandering Emperor, that you can just lose if they play them.
Phyrexia must be nurtured.
If we don't draw Titanic growth in like about 1 or 2 turns, we're 100% dead. Yeah, so we just trade, I guess, if we attack. That doesn't seem great. So I think we just attack with Glider.
I will not be silenced.
I think at this point, even if we draw Titanic growth, we're still dead. Alright, I mean, Complete Devotion is great. God. I think we're still pretty much dead. We can use this to draw a card, make this 3/7. He probably just blocks here. The thing is, we need Nissa to shrink. Otherwise, we're just dead. God. We could shrink it to a 1 and start making 2/2s, which is so awful. I guess maybe when he attacks this 5/3, we use this to block and then kill it, draw an extra card, hope to get somewhere. Yeah, I think since we're at such low life, we have to play it like this. It's awful, but it's what we're doing.
You are an enemy of nature.
At least this thing is a mythic. Oh yeah, and then he just makes me not block, and that's it. Okay. So maybe the play was last turn, use this on this guy to try to draw into like Titanic Growth. I think it doesn't matter either way. Yeah, okay, and that's it. The real answer is it doesn't matter. One and two. Not great. Yeah. I don't know if this is just low impact enough to just do something else with it. Like, I like the fixing. I think I'm going to cut it and put Skull Bomb in, because it's still card cycling, but it also kind of does something. Okay, so Green Sun can help with finding planes, but this is not a great hand. Kind of want to mulligan this. Like, we're on the draw, so it could get better. I think I'm going to mulligan. Yeah, I like this a lot more, even with one fewer card. So I think what we cut here is probably, well, it's either Titanic Growth or Skull Bomb. I guess we can cycle this for a little extra damage. Titanic Growth is nice to have. I think I'm going to keep Skull Bomb, actually. Yeah. Maybe it would have been better to keep Titanic Growth. It was either that or Skull Bomb, I think. I think since we have stuff to do, we don't need to cycle this. Okay, that is terrifying. Yeah, I don't think I trade here. I think we actually use this to kill Glider. Okay, that's rough. Definitely killing Glider. Although, I mean, we're dying to poison, so it's all bad. And then I think, God, do we push here, or do we just try to trade with Justicar? Like, he can fly over. Like, we're losing the damage race by a lot. Even if we swing for 4, like, his 2-point life gain is just... I think we need to try to buy time. So I think instead we block. Oh, that's nasty. Okay, well, it's a step in the right direction. May not be enough. Green sun time. Alright, so Vivisection doesn't work because he's not at enough poison counters. But it's still a 4/4 Vigilance. Tyrannax can get in, but we're dying. Are we just dead? So let's see, we're... These are swinging in. It's 2/2s, that'll be a 5/5. Good God. Yeah, I think it's Vivisection, right? I don't think it really matters is the problem. So we take 2, 4, 6, go to 1, double block here. Oh, this is awful. So yeah, it turns out that black-white is pretty good. These guys are great. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Um, very much still learning in drafting. We went 1 and 3. And we'll probably see you for more constructed going forward here for a little bit. So, thanks guys again for watching, and consider subscribing if you like the content. Have a great rest of your day.